The sound of sizzling meat on the grill and the sweet aroma of a wood fire smoking. Today we are cooking Texas sweetbreads, known in Spanish as mollejas, and when cooked right, they are the tastiest, crispiest nuggets of meat you'll ever have.
You hear that? That's how crispy these things are. Let me just eat one of these.
So sit back and open up a cold one as we cook up this South Texas delicacy that imparts a hint of smokiness and char that pays homage to the traditions of Texas barbecue here on Al Lunacy Cueing. Welcome back, guys and gals. Let's start this right off with our meat preparation.
Okay guys, so this is about 3.5 pounds of Texas sweetbreads. Mollejas, if you will.
So today we're going to be going over two methods of cooking these, but let's see what we're working with first. Mollejas usually come in smaller pieces, but today we're dealing with 3 larger ones. We'll just pick one to boil, and the other 2 we'll leave on the pan.
Okay, the water's almost to a boiling point, but I'm going to go ahead and place the mollejas in there already.
15 to 20 minutes on medium heat is what we'll need, and we'll come back to them in just a bit. So on these other 2, we are going to skip the boiling step and go directly to seasoning them. We are using a red fajita rub. I found that this works really well on Texas sweetbreads. If you can't find one locally, we have some on our Amazon storefront that I recommend, and for a great price. It sells for $15 for a 1.5 pound container. Link in the video description. We are done with the seasoning of these 2. Let's check on our boiling mollejas. So you'll see that they sponge up when you boil them, so we'll cut these in half before we season them. Notice that they're still pink inside because they're not completely cooked. We are going to finish them off on the grill. Now, I've been told the purpose of boiling them is to clean them up a bit, but honestly, I haven't noticed any difference whether you do or not. Today we'll find out. We have both versions all seasoned up and ready to go. Let's go outside and fire up the grill. Today we are using extra large Red Devil charcoal briquettes and 2 wood chunks of post oak for some smoky flavor. We are using our modified Old Country Sabine barbecue pit with the hot zone to the right and the indirect zone to the left. That's where we'll place our first few pieces of meat. Now, most of our cook will be done with indirect heat, then we'll finish them off on our hot zone for some crispy, charry sweetbreads. Now, even though we are cooking indirectly, we are still going to flip these over from time to time for a more even cook. It's time to place our bigger piece on the grill, and let's rearrange them so we'll have space for everything. We kept our temperatures right at about the 300 range, give or take a bit, and it was a nice warm summer day to cook some tasty Texas barbecue.
Okay guys, so coming back, you see that one pretty much is already bunching up. Let's flip it over to the other side. Great color.
Now remember those 2 pieces we didn't boil? Well, now that they have cooked a bit and plumped up, we are going to cut them in half as well. And as before, we will season the open halves. And we'll get the last remaining piece, which was the biggest piece, and as we're cutting it, ouch! It's still hot, but we managed to get it done. Once we season the open halves, we are going to place the open half sides down on the direct heat. About a little over an hour in the cook, and it's all downhill from here.
So I just moved around the coils on the bottom, and we still got fire. Then back to temp to about the 300 range. We'll see just in a bit. Okay, super close in, guys. It's getting there. I'll tell you one thing, man. There's not really no point in using a thermometer here, a meat probe, because all we're cooking them to is till they get crispy, so that's what we're aiming for. Okay guys, so we're pretty much reaching the end of our cook, and that is looking great. It's and we're still almost at 300 with the Jealous Devil charcoal. So
mollejas are finally done. An hour and about 45 minutes. We place them on a pan with butcher paper, and let's compare.
So these are the boiled ones, and then these are the grilled ones. I'm gonna say that the boiled ones look better. Okay, so first we're gonna go with the boiled ones, and then I'll go with the ones that were just grilled. So you can actually hear the difference. I'm going to tell you that the outside here is more crispy, but the inside is more drier. The inside here is more juicy and the outside still is crispy.
I should add that the boiled ones were crispy, but nowhere near as crispy as the grilled ones.
Hear that? Look how crispy these things are. Let me just eat one of these. Crispy as hell.
Serve on a warm corn tortilla and top with fresh pico de gallo. It's a gift sent by the taco gods. Now you're probably gonna have to ask your butcher for this cut if you're not from the South Texas area, but it's worth the effort, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me once again. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Take care of yourself and each other. See you on the next one.